56 overs of play possible on day two in Colombo, but India have done all the heavy lifting to inch closer to a 2-0 series win. They've posted more than 500 and they've got two Sri Lankan wickets in the 3 overs they had to bowl. Let's unpack day two on Cricinfo Matchday with Cheteshwar Pujara. Puji, thank you for your time. Let's go straight to the hero of the day, Dhruv Jurel, because you said after day one that India might be in a position where it even 400, 420, 450 might be challenging. But Jurel
Yeah.
has done the bulk of the heavy lifting to take that past 500. How well do you rate that knock?
I think perfect knock when it comes to his individual performance and even from team's perspective, the way he batted, because this team management had shown a lot of faith in him. He was the second wicket keeper, but he was playing as a batter and he delivered. I think the way he batted, even in the first test match, in the first innings, he got a 50, but especially in this innings, the way he was timing the ball, if you look at his footwork, it was very precise. He has got good feet. He moves closer to the ball while driving, and then he is good on back foot as well. The variety of shots he has, the pull shot, the cut shot, even against spinners, he's sweeping, reverse sweeping. So he has too many shots, more than enough, which is needed for Test cricket, and he's showing that class. I think after KL Rahul, I will go on to say that he's probably the most technically sound batter in the side.
And that's actually something that gets reflected a lot on the broadcast. If you look at the commentary, if you look at all the writing around Jurel's test match batting, words like composed, measured, assured, spoken quite frequently. What about his game makes him that type of batter?
I think the kind of shots he plays. See, he is an aggressive player, but despite that, if you look at the way he's straight driving, full face of the bat, whenever he plays a cover drive, full face of the bat, even against spinners, he's using his feet. Whenever he plays a lofted shot, so majority of the times it's with the spin. So his cricketing sense, the game sense, and also his control against pace bowlers. Because see, he's good against spin, but even against seamers, he's not. Whenever they are bowling bouncers, he's leaving some balls. But even whenever he's playing the pull shot, he's in control. So I think the way his technique is, he has developed his game in such a way where he will show a lot of consistency going forward.
One of the essential boxes for someone batting at number 6 or 7 in Test cricket is often the ability to bat long and get runs with the tail. And you saw that as well in this innings because even after Rishabh Pant was dismissed, India have added 84 runs for the last 3 wickets. Jurel doing the bulk of the scoring. So that is a good check mark next to him.
Yeah, it is. And the reason he could do that is one, yes, tailenders batted well. Siraj gave him enough company, defended well. But whenever Dhruv Jurel was on strike, he could play his shots. Despite the field was spread, the players were on the fence, he could pierce the gap. And he was sensible about it. He didn't try going too hard against bowlers. He trusted his partner and he got the reward because to bat with tailenders you need to have that art, you need to have that trust in your partner, and the way he was batting, even despite batting with the tailenders, there wasn't a major change in his batting.
Yeah, I guess the only period in his entire knock where that it looked like there are some nerves was that passage on 99 where I think he took 12 balls to eventually get that 100th run, close run out. And while he took his while getting back up, by then Mohammed Siraj had already done a triple celebration. I want to ask you because you've spent
Yeah.
so much time around Siraj. Is he among all your teammates the one who celebrates with the most gusto, barring say Virat Kohli? Is Mohammed Siraj the most pumped up when it comes to celebrating the feats of his teammates?
Yeah, he is, and he likes to be in action. And if you look at some of the visuals on the field, even when Dhruv Jurel was on strike, Siraj was at the non-strikers end, and there was an appeal. And Siraj was pointing that the ball was going down the leg. So even while batting at the non-strikers end, he's in action. Whenever the wicket falls, he will be the first one who will be celebrating, even if he's not bowling. Even same applies when he's batting. Yeah, although he just played 15, 20 deliveries, and the his partner got to 100. And this is not the first time. We have seen this even in the past when Ashwin got to his 100. Siraj was the one who was celebrating Ashwin's 100, and today was the same thing. So yes, he's a team man, and he loves giving his heart and soul to the game. He's very emotional. He's very passionate about the game, and he doesn't hold back.
All right, wrapping up India's first innings, quick note on Rishabh Pant. Felt like such an important factor. Can he resume after the knock he suffered on day one? He did, and he really left his print on that first session.
Yeah, and it was impressive to see the way he started off playing. He wasn't afraid to play shots. Whenever there was a bouncer, he was going for that pull shot. But he wasn't even afraid to leave the balls, because there were a couple of balls which hit his shoulder. Despite balls getting hit on the body, he didn't change his game plan. And another impressive part about his batting was the way he batted against Kesra. We saw in the first test match him stepping out against Kesra and trying to play that lofted shot. But after that, he hasn't done that. He might have stepped out, but he never tried going over mid on or mid off. He was trying to play the paddle sweep. He was trying to play the sweep shot. He was trying to play the reverse sweep. So he was smart about how to face an off spinner. And whenever Jaisurya was bowling, he was a bit more attacking. He came down the ground, lofted the ball over mid off. He also hit one ball for a six over mid wicket. So there was some sense in how he wanted to approach the innings. There was some calculation. But there were some good shots as well, because someone like Rishabh Pant will be aggressive, and everyone will have to accept that fact. But with that aggressiveness, he showed a lot of sensibility in this particular innings.
Yeah, and as a result, in that first session on day two, India added 119 runs, going at nearly 4.5 runs per over, which formed a big part of them actually crossing 500. Now, after that, they got a very brief window to bowl with all the rain around. But those early blows that they've landed, including the night watcher, means India are streets ahead in this game right now.
Yes, India is quite ahead in this game. If you look at the number of runs India has scored, more than 500, that puts a lot of pressure on the opposition. And having picked a couple of important wickets, that makes a big difference, because we have seen that there was some rain around today, but there is plenty of time left in the game. And the forecast doesn't look good. So there might be some rain interruption on day two as well. But despite that, when you have picked up a couple of wickets, you know that there is enough time left in the game, and you can be in a commanding position. And if India bowls well on day three, then there will be a situation where they can enforce the follow on Sri Lanka, because on this pitch it's not as easy as Gaul. There's enough pace and bounce for the seamers. There's enough ton for the spinners from day two onwards. So as the game progresses, this is not going to be an easy pitch to bat on.
Yeah, that pace and bounce. Does that point to a sizable role for India's seamers? We already saw Prasidh with that
Yeah.
steep bounce that he got to get the wicket of Lairu Udara. You see those two seamers playing as prominent, if not more prominent, a role than the spinners.
Yeah, they will play a major role, because we have seen the way Sri Lankan seamers has bowled. They picked majority of the wickets. I think Indian spinners are slightly or lot better than Sri Lankan spinners, so they will be a lot more effective. But at the same time, the way Siraj and Prasidh Krishna bowled in the first test match, I'm hoping that they will get those important wickets for the team whenever there is a partnership, because it's not just about how you bowl with the new ball. With the new ball, Indian bowlers will get enough help. But what do you do once the ball gets sold? And Sri Lankan team didn't bowl well when the ball got softer after, say, 30th or 40th over. That's where I think someone like Prasidh Krishna and Siraj can be very effective with the old ball. If they can give those crucial breakthroughs whenever there is a partnership, that will help the spinners. But I wouldn't be surprised if they run through a side with the new ball, because there is lateral movement, there is enough pace and bounce on this pitch. So they will be able to play a major part in this game.
Yeah, that lateral movement for Siraj, the pace and bounce for Prasidh, it does look like it's going to be quite challenging for Sri Lanka on day three. So we will pick up the conversation and we hope we get good amount of play. The forecast is ominous for both day three and day four. So let's see how much cricket we get. Puji, thank you so much for your time. We will look forward to your company at the end of day three.